Hi, welcome to Gaming Studios. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a game that won the poll contest in my last post, which is Super Mario Land for the original Game Boy. This game was released back in 1989 for the original Game Boy, and was supposed to be with every single game package that you would buy, or they took that out and replaced it with Tetris because they thought this game was going to be a bit too complex since the Game Boy was going to be a newer system for new players. So they replaced it with something that was going to be more easier to understand for the original Game Boy. With that being said, after this game was released for the original Game Boy, it was one of the first side-scrolling games ever. The first Mario side-scroller in a handheld game ever made for a handheld system. Meaning that was very popular amongst everyone who bought it because it was basically Super Mario Bros. On the go. And there are other systems and competitors that made handheld games a lot better than this one, but they're around like this big, and granted they did have LED screens, but it took 4 C batteries. But still, with this one, for the original Game Boy, it was really accessible, really easy. It was like a portable NES, and especially with releasing games like this would be going on for making more games that would be more released, for more stuff like Paperboy, which was an NES game turned into a Game Boy game, or like Dr. Mario, which was just an NES game imported into a Game Boy game, basically meaning that your entire Game Boy could be like an NES system on the go. That's why that's made games like these very popular amongst people, because it was like a portable version of Super Mario Bros., and Mario Bros. Was a very popular game back then. With that being said, you might notice that this game is a Super Mario Land, which is kind of funny because there's a Super Mario World. Kind of like how there's a Disneyland and a Disney World, or Super Mario 3D Land, or Super Mario 3D World. I think I kind of find that funny how like the land is always smaller than the world. I'll get to this game later on. If you want me to, just say so. But this game doesn't really need much overviewing. The game is beatable within under 2 hours because it is a bit of a smaller game, but still a very memorable game. There is very unique mechanics, and the game was made without the help of Shigeru Miyamoto, so the mechanics and the storyline of the game itself is a bit different from other Mario games. That's why there is, most likely the reason why there is a Princess Daisy instead of Princess Peach. And the whole aesthetic theme of what this game is a bit different from any other game. It's basically like just World 2 over and over again in any like new Super Mario Bros. Game, and like the desert themed. But this is Super Mario Land for the original Game Boy. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more content like this. I try to post at least a video every day. If I don't, I'm probably working on something because I am in the mix of making like an animation right now, and that is taking a bit of time, so I don't have all the time in the world to do this, but if you can, make sure you do like and subscribe. As always, keep gaming, and I'll see you later.